Lexus on the beat.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today we will be installing some Catless headers and downpipes on the Lexus IS300. Let's get it today. Alright, so this is what we're working with, guys. We got our Catless headers and downpipe right there. And we got our necessary gaskets and hardware required for the install, so you won't have any exhaust leaks. And also, I recommend some O2 sensor spacers to try to avoid getting that check engine light for the catalytic converter, because it's gonna catch that there's no cat in there and it's gonna give you a code. But sometimes you get away with it if you put some O2 sensor spacers. So where they're gonna go is you're gonna want a straight one right here. So the straight one's gonna go right here, and then you're gonna put your O2 sensor right there. But I would recommend putting some anti-seize on the threads just so they'll come off easy next time. And the other one is gonna go on the downpipe over here. For this one, you will need a 90-degree one, because if you put a straight one, the O2 sensor won't clear the body of the car. It will just hit it. So you're gonna need a 90-degree one to make that work. Alright guys, the tools that you will be needing for this install are some vice grips, some meter nose vice grips, 7/8 open end wrench, or if you have a O2 socket, O2 sensor socket, that will work too. I just use this to get the O2 sensors. 15mm wrench, 14mm wrench, a 13mm wrench, a 12mm wrench, 16mm socket, 15mm socket, 14mm socket, a 13mm socket, and a 10mm socket. I also use the short 14 and 13, clip puller, some 3/8 extensions right here, 3/8 ratchet, some pliers. I use my electric ratchet and my 3/8 impact. That will be helpful if you guys have any of those. I also use some the 12 and 14 ratcheting wrenches and a 16/18. And also some PP blaster will be a lot of help, especially if you pre-blast them a couple days before. You probably won't need all of these. This is just what I needed because it had some new hardware on it, so they're different sizing than original. But yeah, but either way, I'm pretty sure this covers everything that you need. Guys, with enough talking, let's get going. First thing you want to do is pop your head. Guys, so first things first, you're gonna want to remove the intake pipe right here. So you're gonna want to get some pliers and disconnect this clamp and pull that hose out. And then I believe this is a 10mm. So just grab a 10mm and just zip that off to get loose, and over here as well. And I believe that's everything. Yeah, it looks like that's everything for that pipe. So you're gonna want to get this out so you get access to the headers. Next thing you're gonna want to do is break the header bolts loose. Nuts. You want to break the nuts loose if you want. Prior to that, if you guys want to spray some PP blasters so they won't be so seasoned there, because who knows if they've ever taken them off, and who knows if they're even gonna come off easily. Hopefully they're not that bad. They don't look that bad. But yeah, also the O2 sensor spacers, I actually sprayed those off a couple days ago, so they won't be that bad. That one's like brand new. So I think the owner replaced it before he sold me the car, so I don't think it'll be that bad. But yeah, if you guys wanna, I use this 7/8 wrench to just get those off. But if you have O2 sensor socket, that would be even better, because those work really good. Alright guys, so I just broke all of these loose for this one right here. I don't know if you can see right here. And the last one all the way in the back, I had to use a 3/8 extension to be able to reach them. And that last one's a little tricky, but it wasn't that bad. Alright guys, so for the O2 sensor that's sitting in the back over here on the header in the back, I'm just gonna disconnect that sensor. I'm not gonna take it out right now because I can't really reach it without a O2 sensor socket. So for now, I'm just gonna disconnect it and take it off when I have the headers off. So once you guys got all that loose and got your sensors, your first two sensors out, you're gonna want to jack up the car. Alright guys, so once you guys got your car jacked up on all fours, you're gonna want to come over here to the passenger side and take that sensor out right here. And there should be another one in the front over there. Let's go over here. Better angle. Yeah. And one right here towards the front of the car in the bottom. You should just take those two sensors out and you should be good on all the sensors. Guys, once you guys get your sensors all out, you're gonna want to come over here right in the middle between the headers and the downpipe. There's 3 bolts, one right here, and one up here. I believe right here is a 14 and behind it's a 12mm nut. I am possibly gonna have to cut this with the Sawzall because I do not think these will come out. They are pretty seized and the nuts behind them don't look very pretty. So I mean, I'll try to get them out with an impact, see how that goes, but I don't think it's gonna work. So this is where we're at. I did not record that because it was just a shit show. I was surprisingly able to get these two out with an impact, and I put some vice grips on the nut and I just zipped it away, and surprisingly they came off. This one, not so much. I stripped the bolt, so I had to get my Sawzall and grinder and pretty much just grind it away from right there. Yeah, that was not fun. It took me a while. Over there's all the chaos that happened, and over here in the back it was easy. I didn't show it because I had it out already. It's just I had 2 14s. It was a nut and a bolt. I just put a wrench on the nut and wrenched out the 14 bolt. But yeah, it might be different for you because they're pretty new hardware, so it's probably different hardware. But yeah, it's either probably a 14 or 12. Alright guys, so here's the aftermath right here. So these 2 bolts came out and this one, you know, seen better days. But yeah, alright guys, after you get that cat off or downpipe, these are the tools I use, just a Sawzall and a grinder. Alright guys, after you got that off, you're gonna want to zip off those bolts, those nuts that you loosened. Alright guys, so after you guys get all those nuts out, pretty much pull it out. It's gonna be a little tricky to get out because it's a really tight spot, but you just gotta wiggle it out and just do your best. I'll see if I could get this on the video. Probably not because I'm gonna be using my hands the whole time and I don't have nowhere to position the camera, but I'll see right now what I can do. So the headers are out. What I ended up doing is I cut part of the flange over here I cut this part of the flange because it was just getting stuck on the transmission and the lines. It was just hitting it, and I just cut it. I mean, who cares? This is pretty much garbage anyways. I'm gonna end up selling them, but for the precious metals inside, I guess people pay really good money for the cats. But yeah, I mean, here you go. I ended up cutting it right here just to get it out and just wiggle it through with the help of my girlfriend. If you have somebody to help you wiggle it out of there, it'll be a lot of help too. But yeah, they are out. Alright guys, so this last O2 sensor is being a little rough. What I do is I go back and forth like that, and then I spray some PV blaster to lube it up. You just keep going back and forth like that to try to save it so you won't mess up the thread so much. Sometimes, well, most of the time, they're still good to use. But yeah, if you ever come across a rough one, just go back and forth like that, then spray some PV blaster. Just come out fine. Alright, now let's put some sensors back in. I'm just gonna put a little bit of anti-seize just for next time, so they won't be so harsh to get out next time. Alright, so once you guys got anti-seize on your threads, just thread it in just like that. This is the one that was pretty rough, but we'll work it in there. Now you want to grab your O2 sensor spacer, put some anti-seize on there too. You don't gotta get too crazy with it, just a good little coat around should be fine. Then this one we are installing back over here. Cool. Once you got that, just snug it up and you should be good. Alright guys, before you install your headers, do not forget to take out the old gaskets for the headers. These are pretty much trash since we have new ones. If it wants to come out. Alright, there we go. Now just install your new ones. Alright, now that we got the gaskets out and the new ones in, you go ahead and install the headers. Alright guys, the headers are in. That was such a breeze. Way better than taking them off. It literally took like seconds to get them in, but it took, oh my god, minutes to get it out. But yeah, here we go. It might be a little tough to get them in the studs, but you just gotta work them in there, just force them in there, and put some nuts too, so when you're trying to put one side, the other side doesn't come out. But yeah, here you go. Guys, now get your O2 sensors in there and there, and when you connect your one back there, they disconnected from up here, you're good to go on the next step, which is putting the downpipe on. Alright, let's get to it. So what I'm gonna try to do first is I'm gonna try to attach it to the cat back over here first. So you're gonna want to grab your gasket that it came with, put it on there, put it on right there, and you're gonna use the old hardware that came out of there, and I'm gonna try to put it on right there first so I can have some support until I put it back over there. Alright, next thing you're gonna want to do is, before you put this on, put your gasket in between the downpipe and the headers, and you're gonna put your bolts in right there. I loosened this just so I could move around and maneuver in my way instead of being so tight. So if I need to readjust it a little bit, it will be able to move. But yeah. Alright guys, after you guys tighten all your hardware, your 3 bolts and 2 bolts for the bracket over here, and then once you tighten over here the cat back and the downpipe meep, you could go right ahead and install your last O2 spacer. O2 O2 sensor with the 90-degree spacer back here. So this is the one where you want the 90-degree spacer at. Alright, so this is pretty much what it looks like with the 90-degree spacer. And that's pretty much it for the bottom. We got everything tightened up, everything is all good to go. All we got to do is tighten the header bolts and we will be good to go. Alright guys, once you guys got those header nuts tightened down, snugged up real nice, or torqued to 36 foot-pounds, you could go ahead and reinstall your intake right there. Alright guys, once you guys tighten down your two clamps with the 10mm and put this clamp back in where it goes, you should be good to go. Alright, now let's start it and see how she sounds. Alright, so it has been a couple days since my header install. I just didn't have time to record after I took that clip of the exhaust. But as you guys saw or heard, it sounds like shit. Yeah, it sounds pretty bad, I ain't gonna lie. It's cause that cat back it has, I don't know, it's not even from the car, it's like some custom while you're driving, it's just rattling right on the bumper too. It's like not even aligned right. I don't know, maybe I'll fix it, maybe I won't. Who knows, but let's get in it and drive it and see how it sounds while it drives. You guys, but I absolutely love this cluster. Like, I don't know, it's just so cool, you know, all the gauges and everything, just how it's set up. I don't know, I think it's really cool. Also the steering wheel, I really love the steering wheel. I don't know what the recent owner was. Oh shit, that's a lot of dust. But I don't know what they're thinking. They put like string and a little cover around the steering wheel. I don't know why. I just haven't taken it off. I don't know. Alright guys, let's get this car going. Sounds nice when you turn it on, but once you start revving it and driving it, you know, it just sounds pretty bad. You guys see all this fog looking thing? Yeah guys, this is all smoke from the fires in California and Oregon. It's just getting blown over here. It's pretty crazy. It's been like this for like a couple days already. But yeah guys, get back to the exhaust. Alright guys, alright, let me just turn on the stop and I'll give it some gas. Let me know what you guys think about the sound or anything. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If it's too I don't know. I don't really like it, to be honest, but let me know what you guys think. And yeah, check engine lights on for the cats, since there are no cats no more. But yeah guys, let me know what you guys think about the sound in the comments down below. Alright guys, well that's pretty much the header and downpipe install on the IS300. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm wearing my mask because this smoke is really bad out here. I'm trying to help my breathing, somewhat at least. Just out here, I should probably be inside, but want to do something productive. Might as well finish the video. And I'm about to start another one on my truck on some tail lights. So if you're interested in that, that'll be in the upcoming videos, so if you want to stay tuned. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, and please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot. And yeah, take care guys, stay safe out there.